Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ-Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I don't give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing bad time. Doing bad time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Askow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Askow and Sean Mann.
Hey, welcome to Sports World Radio. How's everybody doing today? I am your host, Jeff Askow. We got a jam-packed show for you guys. Lots and lots to talk about. Opening of baseball. We got the NCAA final game tonight. We got a lot to talk about. NBA playoffs are coming soon. Lots and lots to get to. I say we get all the particulars out of the way first, and then we'll start talking sports. SportsWorldRadio.com is the place to listen to us each and every Monday through Friday right here on Sports World Radio. We do this show every Monday through Friday, like I said, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West, and if you live in the Central...
If you live in the Central, figure it out for yourself.
I don't know if they can, my friend. Because a lot of them aren't in the chat room, or if they are in the chat room, they ain't typing yet. You know what
Everybody's
I'm saying?
probably focusing on the NCAA tournament for the national championship.
Yeah, well, that game don't start for another 3 hours, for Jiminy Cricket's sakes, man. Get your butts in here and listen to us talk sports for the next 2 hours. SportsWorldRadio.com is the place to listen to the show. If you want to come out and hang out in the chat room with us, head on over to Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker, Spreaker.com. Head on over there, get yourself a free account. Type in Sports World Radio. The show will show up at the bottom of your screen. Head on down there, click the bubble that's all the way over to the right. The chat room will open up, and you can start chatting away with us. I know there's tons of people in that chat room. Just say hello, people. Say hello. That's all. Let us know you're in the chat room. Kathy's in there. She's the only one that always says hello when she comes in. At least say hello. Let us know you're in there, you rat bastards. Excuse me. Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. If you have not liked our Facebook page yet, head on over to Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio and like our Facebook page. And follow us on Twitter at Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715 is the number to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio. If you have Skype, you're a user of Skype, you want to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio, Sports World Radio Show on Skype. That's right, Sports World Radio Show on Skype. You can get in touch with us here that way on Skype. SWRshow@gmail.com. That's SWRshow@gmail.com is our email address to get in touch with us as well. Now listen, we got two things rocking and rolling right now. I want to talk about them really, really quick. The first thing is we have our petition going right now that's out there for everybody to sign for Sports World Radio, myself, Jeff, to take on Skip Bayless in a sports debate. If you have not signed that petition yet, please do so ASAP. I have put the petition in the chat room. It's also over at our Facebook page, pinned to the top. So if you haven't liked our Facebook page, head on over to Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. Like our Facebook page. The petition is right there. You can go in there and sign the petition right there. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. We got a bunch of signatures. I want a bunch more on it so we can force Skip Bayless to have a debate with Sports World Radio. The second thing we got going is our SWR Sports Shorts. That's right, SWR Sports Shorts. Head on over to sportsworldradio.com/sport shorts. That's sportsworldradio.com/sport shorts. Head on over there. I put the link in the chat room as well. Head on over there. Sign up for our SWR Sports Shorts, our monthly sports shorts. Okay? Every commercial break, you guys are listening to the commercial. Sean and I are having some fun on the phone, still talking sports, and we're recording all those conversations, and I put them in a membership. It's only $5 a month, and you get to hear all the conversations. We're going to be having contests. We're doing different things just for the people who listen to the SWR Sports Shorts. So head on over to sportsworldradio.com/sport shorts and become a member of SWR Sports Shorts today. Now let's bring in the co-host of Sports World Radio, the update man himself, Sean Mann. What's going on there, buddy?
As a happy Red Sox fan, I'm doing very well. It's 6:09 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:09 p.m. on the West. It is April 6th, 2015. Welcome to Open Day of Major League Baseball. We got the NCAA National Championship. But before we get to all that, weather right now here in Idaho, currently in the 40s. We had a little bit of a blizzard today, but it's cleared off. But it's cloudy and very wet outside.
Cloudy and wet outside, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's beautiful and sunny here in San Diego. I guess that's why they call it sunny San Diego, you rat bastard. It's gorgeous out here. I just turned the air conditioner off a little while ago, in fact. You know, I've been watching the Padres opening day today. You know, it's been like double city in this game. Both teams are hitting a lot of doubles today. Padres have hit 6 hits, and 4 of them are doubles. How crazy is that, man?
All the moves the Padres made have been incredible.
Well, they're winning 3-2 right now, but Peterson just hit a double for the freaking Dodgers. Rat bastards. Sunny and breezy there in South Florida, huh, Kathy? So, yeah, I've been watching the Padres opening day. They're opening up in L.A. It's been a lot of fun. I want to see what's going on with them and stuff like that. So I've been paying attention a little bit to baseball today. Just a little bit.
Well, why not? You know, it's opening day. This is what everybody waits for. But then it's a long, long season because you've got everybody starting all over, season beginning, October's history from last year. Time to focus on 2015, and it's going to be an interesting season. Look for no-hitters. Look for teams to be in serious contention for the pennant race, but it's early. You know, it's early. It's great to see them back.
Early.
Baseball is my favorite season.
Early. It's day 1. Game number 1. How early can you get?
That's right, 162 games.
I mean, that's pretty freaking early. You ask me.
That is true.
Correct?
Correct, but we have a lot of other stuff to get to, Jeff, if we're ready to go. Now, Saturday night was arguably one of the biggest days in college basketball history. The first matchup I'd like to get to, Duke. Duke played Michigan State, and I have to tell you, Jeff, they absolutely destroyed Michigan State. 36-25 at halftime after the end of the first half. I thought, if Michigan State wants to come back and win, they have got to make stops and start hitting their three-pointers. They could not shut down Duke all night.
No, it wasn't even a game. It wasn't even a game, dude. You call that a game?
It really wasn't.
That wasn't a game.
No, it really wasn't.
Second game was a game, but that game wasn't a game. No, I kind of stopped watching it after halftime. I was like, this kind of stinks. You know, and I was going back and forth, actually, to tell you the truth. But I couldn't watch that game no more. It was disgusting. And you want to know something? You and I had a conversation. We didn't talk, but we were talking via Facebook or Skype or whatever it was on Sunday or whatever the hell it was.
Facebook Messenger, we talked.
Yeah. You thought that the NCAA tournament pick'em bracket was over because you thought West won, right?
Right.
Well, wrong. West picked freaking Kentucky. So guess what?
What?
Okay? West picked Kentucky to win the whole thing. Guess what? He's out. Okay? You, my friend, have Duke in there, correct? And
that is right.
And you're in second place. So guess what happens when Duke wins tonight? You're going to win the NCAA tournament pick'em for the first time ever.
I win tonight for Duke. I win the tourney pick'em.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. If Duke wins tonight, you're going to win. Because I don't know who.
Yes.
I don't know anybody else that's even close.
Yep.
I believe everybody else, except for me, you, and Josh, picked You and I picked Duke. Josh picked Michigan State. And I believe everybody else picked Kentucky. So, everybody else picked Kentucky in our pool. So they're done. So if Duke wins tonight, you win. How about that, you rat bastard? We've been doing this for 7 years, and you've never won a single thing.
I have never won a single thing. I don't know. I guess the luck is on my side. I hope Duke wins tonight.
Yeah, you've never won a single thing. So how about that? So if Duke wins tonight, check this out. Nobody in the pick'em picked Wisconsin to win it. Hey, Andrew. So if Wisconsin wins, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen if Wisconsin wins. But if Duke wins, you win tonight. So I know you'll be rooting for Duke pretty hard.
I'll be rooting for Duke very, very hard.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen, right?
At 6:18 p.m. Pacific time, Jeff. I know you'll be watching. I will be watching. And everybody else will be watching
wins,
now.
Right. Duke wins, you'll end up in first place. I'll end up in second place, and Wes will be behind all of us. So I'll be happy about that.
So, Jeff, you're like saying, you're like probably thinking, go Duke. Go Duke, win, so Sean can overtake Wes, and then we don't hear the end of it from Wes.
Right, you'll be in first, I'll be in second. Wes, who knows where he'll end up, but he'll end up behind us, so I'll be happy with that. As long as Wes ends up behind. Do you know that rat bastard, today, on my Facebook wall, sends me a picture of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
He did the same to me, and I said, get that crap off my wall. And Wes was laughing, going, ha, 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 this is our year, baby. This is the year for the Pirates.
I know. You said get that crap off the wall, right?
Yes.
I took that crap off my wall. I don't want that. You can't go find that on my wall now. I took it off. Get that crap off my wall, man. I don't want it on my wall. I don't want that crap on my wall. I saw it. I said, yeah, lots of luck with that, and I took it off my wall because it's like, do you want to know something? Okay, you want to know something pretty funny? Buster Only has the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Seattle Mariners in the freaking World Series.
That's crazy.
How crazy is that, Sean?
That's crazy.
It's got the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Seattle Mariners in the World Series. How do you like that, Wes? You like that a lot, don't you, you freaking bastard?
Jeez.
I don't like that at all. Not one bit. And Pirates don't make the playoffs. Ooh, I said it again, didn't I?
I'm not even gonna say it either. The Pirates. Well, remember, in our MLB picks, I did say that the Pirates would become a wild card, but I didn't say they were going to win the World Series. Heck no.
They're not going to make the playoffs. Come on now, man. Come on. They're going to do the same thing they do every year. They're going to tease all the fans and going to screw it up again. Watch. They're going to tease all the fans and screw it up again.
The other game that happened on Saturday night was what we called arguably the biggest night in college basketball history. And I know that there is one Wildcat fan in the house right now. Browning, my sympathy and condolences go out to you and every Kentucky Wildcat fan after a heartbreaking loss.
No, it doesn't. Hey, Browning, you know who you sound like? Browning, you know who you sound like, my friend? You sound like Wes, always blaming somebody else.
He was ripping the officiating. He said the officials screwed us.
I know he was. He's like Wes, always blaming the officials. Wes is always blaming somebody else than his team. You want to know something? You know what Calipari said?
What?
He said, we didn't finish the game. How about that? Calipari says, we didn't finish the game, and Wisconsin did. He didn't blame the referees, did he? No. Stop being a wussy and stop blaming the referees, okay? It's the way the cookie crumbles. It is what it is. Stop making excuses and just live with it, okay? You know what I think about excuses? They're like buttholes. Everybody's got one.
But Browning's probably saying, you know what? Cut that out. Cut that out. He's probably like saying, it's all look what he says, but the shot clock was at 0 when the other player had the ball in his hands.
They missed it. Oops. Let me ask you a question, Andrew. If that was reversed, if it was reversed and that happened to Kentucky, would you have said anything? No. It just happened to be Wisconsin against Kentucky. If that happened to Kentucky, you'd be, oh, no, he got it off in time. It's good. So don't give me none of your crap, okay? I know exactly what you're going to say. You know?
Yep.
I know exactly what you're going to say. You're blaming it on the referees, but if it was Kentucky that happened to, and they made the same call, you'd be like, yeah, it was a good call. So don't give me none of that hoo-hockey, bull-walkie crap, okay?
Another thing that happened, another factor from the game, after the loss on Saturday night, Kentucky fans got really upset that they started a riot in the University of Kentucky, saying a lot of nasty derogatory things toward Wisconsin.
Oh, poor babies. Look at that. I'm pulling for the Badgers, upsetting Duke. Sorry. Of course you are. Of course you're going to. Why wouldn't you? They just beat your team. Why wouldn't you? Of course you're going to. I'm rooting for Duke. I picked Duke at the beginning. You want to know something? This is how I make my pick this year. I decided who I wanted to be the champion. I put that in there, and then I made my picks all around that. How about that? So I put Duke as the champion before I even made the rest of my picks. How about them apples?
And Browning says, I'm pulling for the Badgers, upsetting Duke. Sorry, Sean.
And you want to know something, Sean?
What?
It took me a day and a half to decide between Wisconsin and Arizona. And I went Arizona instead of Wisconsin. Okay? If I would have went Wisconsin, I would have been right in there. I would have had the exact freaking thing. But no, I picked freaking Arizona instead, dumbass. I'm a dumbass.
Look what happened. Browning says, this is a big story from the college basketball. On the State Street in my city, there were 31 arrests from the riot because of the loss against Wisconsin.
I hate, those are pretty good fans right there, huh? They lose one game and they riot? Freaking unbelievable. They lost one stinking game all year and the fans are rioting? What kind of crap is that? What kind of crap? You lose one game and you're rioting? Come on. I thought you Kentucky fans were better than that.
What would you say to Kentucky fans, Jeff? You probably would say, grow up and get over it.
Yeah, that's exactly one. You lost one. You have the best, even if you don't win the championship. You're 38-1 for Christ's sakes. Celebrate that instead of doing what you're doing. How about that? Celebrate it for having the best record in the NCAA. Don't matter if you didn't win, you still have the best record. 38-1. Celebrate Calipari being inducted into the Hall of Fame, into the basketball hall. Celebrate that. Dumbasses. One loss in the riot. You know what? You 31 people, you deserve to get arrested for that. Because that's just stupidity right there.
Because Kentucky fans are saying it's probably one of the darkest losses in Kentucky college basketball history.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
They were all saying this was a chance to have a perfect season, have Calipari get his national championship for Kentucky.
Well, you know what? Wisconsin stopped that. One loss and you people are rioting in the streets.
They're all upset.
One loss and there's rioting going on. What happens if they lost 2 or 3 times during the season?
I don't know.
Would they be rioting all the time on every loss?
I don't know.
One freaking game. I know he got a 7-year contract. Relax. How many years has he been at Kentucky?
I think he's been there since like 2012,
Been there, what,
2011 or 2012.
3-4 years? He's got a couple more years, right? There's only one problem. If Coach Cal is such a great coach, even though he gets to the Final Four every year, he only has one championship at Kentucky. Right?
Right.
He's only got one. He's in the Hall of Fame. Come on, man. It must have been a crazy weekend for him. They lose Saturday, and then he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame on Sunday. That's pretty crazy.
And he probably didn't get one wink of sleep after the loss. I know Kentucky fans didn't. They were upset and angry and sad.
I slept like a baby.
You were happy that they lost because now, let's see, Browning is all upset about it. I'm sure Kenny C., I'm sure you talked with him. He's probably upset.
I didn't talk to Kenny C. There hasn't been any chill in the last couple of weeks. You know, he's been on hiatus, man. I don't know what the hell he's doing. But yeah, when I saw Kentucky lose, first person I thought of was Andrew. I just got a big smile on my face. Just a big, huge smile on my face. Because I didn't want to see Kentucky and Duke. I wanted to see Kentucky sit at home and watch the game. And I got what I wanted. If Calipari's such a good coach, how come he hasn't won more NCAA tournaments?
It ends in heartbreak for John Calipari.
It's a tough thing to deal with because he knows there's a lot of people that are going to be one and done over there.
So tonight, you've got the national championship between Duke and Wisconsin. This will be a great college basketball matchup. I like Duke in this game. Of course, I had them picked in the tournament, but I had Duke from the very beginning ever since March Madness was sent.
Yeah, I picked Duke to be the winners this year. Yeah, I don't know why. Something told me that Coach K gets his team up and going. You know? Gets his team going for the NCAA tournament.
True.
So I had that feeling, so that's why I put them in there.
That is so true. Browning goes, the Twins are going to the NBA, and Willie, what is that? Oh, I don't know what he means by that, but well, Browning said that he was feeling miserable and was horrible on Saturday night. What's going to happen, Browning, when Cleveland loses? LeBron, I even hit him with that. Hey, Browning, when LeBron James loses in the NBA playoffs, what's going to happen with that?
They're going to be rioting in the streets over there, too. Because they didn't win a championship at the first time he was back. They're going to be rioting in the streets over that one, too.
The Chicago Bulls have had a little bit of war of words with...
And then he's going to leave, Sean, and then they're going to riot over that, too.
The Chicago Bulls, here's our next story, Jeff. We get to the NBA, and Joakim Noah says, you know what? I remain confident that the Chicago Bulls, they match up against the Cleveland Cavaliers, will defeat them in a playoff series. Even though they dropped Sunday's game 99-94, he says, you know what? I still have every belief that's going to happen.
And Derrick Rose came back, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
So Derrick Rose is back right before the playoff starts, which is going to screw up their rhythm because they had a rhythm, right, without him.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's going to screw up his rhythm.
Joakim Noah says, quote, I think we're a confident group, Noah said after the game, and it would be great to play them in the playoffs. It would be very, very exciting, something that I really hope happens, that Chicago matches up against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA playoffs. Noah, who famously had something called the City of Cleveland during the 2010 playoffs, showed the city a similar lack of regard during his post-game comments. He said, quote, this is a great place to play basketball, he said. Other than that, there's not much else to do. But when you get onto that court, it's a great place to play basketball. That's as much love as I'll give to Cleveland.
Hey, how many games left during the season?
Let's see. There are about, I believe, 7 or 6 games remaining in the NBA season. And it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, that probably the Miami Heat may not make it.
Well,
they
they
have been
better,
losing ground.
They better get their ass moving. Because right now they're tied in the freaking 9th spot with Indiana at 34 and 43. And they're a full 2 games. One in the loss column and one in the win column. 2 full games behind Boston and Brooklyn. Can you believe this? One weekend.
Mm-hmm.
One weekend, this whole thing has changed dramatically. Dramatically. The East. The East ain't set yet. West is pretty much set. The West is pretty much set.
There's like 6-7 games remaining. You're right, with the Eastern Conference is pretty much
New Orleans,
all
you want to know something?
not set.
You want to know something? New Orleans is only 1 game behind Oklahoma. Again. 1 game in the win column. Oklahoma is 42 and 35, and New Orleans is 41 and 35. So, Oklahoma, it's going to be between Oklahoma and New Orleans, I'm hoping. I really want to see that, man. I really want to see New Orleans take it over. And in the East, man, that changed so much. Boston's got the 8th seed, and Brooklyn's got the 7th seed now. And Miami's out. Freaking
Miami
holy moly.
is.
Freaking holy moly, huh?
And I'm pretty much shocked still to see that the Celtics are in that position to clinch the 8th seed, but anything is possible right now. And we'll see what ends up happening. Boston could still overtake Brooklyn and play Cleveland and get embarrassed by the Cavaliers. I won't even get my hopes up for that. I won't even get my hopes up, Jeff, that the Celtics possibly play the Atlanta Hawks in the first round. On that note, we'll talk more about the NBA playoffs and the end of this NBA season getting close. We're 9 days away after this commercial break.
You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow new way to workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. You should have heard me yelling and screaming during the commercial break, man. Well, you know what? If you get SWR sports shorts, you'll be able to hear me yelling and screaming at the TV about the Dodgers and the Padre game. I'm not even going to tell you what I was yelling and screaming about. I'm just going to tell you. Become a member of Sports Shorts, Sports World Radio Sports Shorts, at SportsWorldRadio.com/Sports Shorts. Become a member today and find out what I was yelling about. Son of a bitch. All right, Sean, where are we going next, my friend?
All right, Jeff, we were talking a little bit about the NBA playoffs. Kathy said, someone said it will be the Bulls and the Cavs in the playoffs. I do not think so. It's possible, Kathy, that we could still see the Bulls play the Cavs, but this is going to be interesting to see just how well and how the next 9 days of the NBA season are going to turn out, because it's been flipping back and forth. Now it seems like what you said, Jeff. Yeah, for a while the West was kind of doing that, but now it's all set. Golden State, we know, had the advantage. They were the team that was looking really, really good and have been strong all year, having the best season they've had in a long time. And the Warriors, of course, heavy favorites to represent the Western Conference. I got some MLB, but we've got to stay a little bit with NBA, because yesterday, Jeff, this could possibly happen. Yesterday, the Golden State Warriors played against San Antonio. And by the way, NBA elimination pick on Friday, Jeff, you picked San Antonio, buddy. I picked Golden State. And you're saying that a playoff preview could happen between Golden State and San Antonio? Very likely that could happen, that the Spurs and the Warriors could meet. And the Warriors better be concerned about San Antonio, because right now, from what you've pointed out, San Antonio's clicking at the right time.
Correct me if I'm wrong. San Antonio spanked them.
Yes, they did. 107-92 last night.
I saw that and I was like, diggity dog. That's going to be I believe that's going to be the West Finals right there. That's who the two teams are going to be for the West Finals to represent the West in the NBA Finals right there. That's the matchup. Watch. I'm calling it now before it even starts. That's the matchup.
I agree. And I think when you look at this matchup and you look at the Warriors, you'd be looking at a young team like Golden State, and then you'd be talking about a veteran team like the San Antonio Spurs that have the experience, that have won 5 championships, that have made it deeper for playoff runs. So Golden State needs to be aware of San Antonio. They need to be aware of them.
You mean to tell me? Oh, man, now I'm even more pissed. They picked off freaking the dude at second base, and the umpire called him safe, and the umpire blew the call. Because you could see daylight. The umpire blew the call, and he didn't go out there and challenge it. How much crap is that? How much crap is that? Bud Black didn't go out there and challenge it, and you can see it on the instant replays. There is no baseball league this year, Andrew. We're not having one. I'm just watching baseball this year, because every time we have one, we do the league, we do the draft, and we don't. I never look at my team again. I ain't doing it, and the same guy wins every stinking year.
That is true. But anyway, speaking of baseball, now we get to it, since we had to talk about Golden State and San Antonio.
That's going to be your freaking finals right there, I'm telling you.
For the Western Conference Finals, Golden State, San
Antonio, yeah.
All right, for Major League Baseball, today was the start of baseball season, and I have to tell everybody this, too, that today the Toronto Blue Jays played the New York Yankees, the first game of the season. Alex Rodriguez, in his home opener, you would have expected to hear maybe some boos. Remember, he has not been well received as a New York Yankee. When he stepped on the field, the team gave him a loud standing ovation.
Really? The fans gave him a loud standing ovation, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, how'd that fat bastard play today? Panda Boy.
I like the way Pablo Sandoval played. He made a very big defensive play at third base. And when you look at the situation, he was great. He looked really well, and I was really thrilled with him.
Okay, tell me how he did. Did he 3 for 2, 1 for 2, 3 strikeouts? What did he do?
He had a few strikeouts. I think he was like 0 for 3. Actually, 0 for 4 today.
Yeah, because he can't swing the bat around his fat-ass stomach.
It's a long season, Jeff. All that matters is the Red Sox did win 8-0, and I was happy about it.
Bastard Panda Boy Sandoval. I'm going to bust your chops all season. I'm going to ask you every single day how that fat bastard did today. Because I want to know. I'm going to pay attention to him so hard this year. And when he does something funny, we're going to make fun of it. Look at Sean. It's not saying a word.
Whatever. We'll see what happens. Okay, long season. Okay, so he didn't have a big day, but
And if
they
he
still
has
won
a
the
good
game,
day,
8-0.
and if he
That's
has a
all
good
that matters.
and if he has a good day, you could say, "See, I told you, Jeff." See?
I'll just remain quiet, and then finally Jeff will say, like, "See, I should have listened to Sean and not said one thing about him."
Because he's going to get hurt, that fat bastard. Because he's a fat bastard. Can't move that quick. Rocket's going to hit him right in the eye. He's going to be like, "Oh, man, I couldn't move out of the way because I'm too fat." I love doing that because I know it pisses Kathy off, too. That's why I do it. Hey, you want to do a trivia question?
Yes, you said you had a pick'em trivia question about, what was it?
Yeah.
I think the San Diego Padres?
I have a baseball trivia question, you rat
Oh,
bastard.
baseball trivia.
I have a baseball trivia question. Let me bring up my trivia question here. Here we go. Here we go. Let me see. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Let me get that thing up here. Okay. The San Diego Padres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The San Diego Padres, with the adding of Melvin Upton Jr. yesterday, okay? Now they have Justin Upton and Melvin Upton Jr., brothers, on the San Diego Padres, okay? Two brothers playing on the same team, San Diego Padres. That's not the first time the San Diego Padres have done this, okay? There have been 5 other pairs of brothers. So that makes 6. Justin Upton and Melvin Upton are playing together on the San Diego Padres. They're brothers. There have been 5 other pairs of brothers that played on the San Diego Padres together. Can you name them? You like that one, Sean, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I think I can name a few off the top.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Don't do it right away.
No, I'll hold it.
Don't go be looking on Google neither, boys and girls.
I will not.
Okay. With the addition of Melvin Upton Jr. to the San Diego Padres, that means that Justin Upton and Melvin Upton Jr., our brothers, are playing on the same team. The Padres have had 5 other brothers play on the San Diego Padres together. Can you name the 5 other brother pairs? What's up, Joshy? That's the trivia question for today. One more time. With the addition of Melvin Upton Jr. to the San Diego Padres yesterday, Justin Upton and Melvin Upton Jr. are brothers. They're playing on the same team. Can you name the 5 other pairs of brothers that also played for the San Diego Padres? That's a good one, huh, Sean?
You got me. You hit me with that one. I'm not even looking on my... Oh, darn you, Shabba. I was going with Tony and Chris Gwynn. Dang it.
That's one of them. Correct.
Darn, man.
Correct the mundo. That's one of them right there. Tony Gwynn and Chris Gwynn played together. You bet your sweet petunias. You bet your sweet petunias. That's one pair. There are 4 more pairs, boys and girls. This is a really good trivia question, man. Really good trivia question. There's 4 other pairs. They got Tony and Chris Gwynn. Okay? I'm not even going to give you the years because that'll give it away. In fact, I'll give you the first pair. Let me see here. No, I can't do that. Tony and Chris did it in 1996. The first pair did it in, I believe it was 1988 or 1989. And then another pair did it in 2007 and 2007 and in 2008. Both pairs, and in 2010. So there's your little hints right there. You guys will never get it, which is great. Which is great. You know who the first pair of brothers was to do it?
Who?
Roberto Alomar and Sandy Alomar for the San Diego Padres. Sandy Alomar Jr. and Roberto Alomar played for the San Diego Padres together.
I remember them. I remember Roberto Alomar and Roberto Alomar.
Right. And then you got and then you got Chris Gwynn and Tony Gwynn. And then you got Brian Giles and Marcus Giles played together on the San Diego Padres. Both born and raised in San Diego, in the town I live in San Diego. So Marcus Giles and Brian Giles. Then you got the Harrison boys, Scott Harrison and Jerry Harrison. And the final pair, Edgar Gonzalez and Adrian Gonzalez.
Yes.
So 6 pairs. The Alomars, the Gwynns, the Giles, the Harristons, the Uptons, and the Gonzaleses. How about that? I think the San Diego Padres are the only team in Major League Baseball that have the most pairs of brothers that played for them. How about that? Is that crazy?
That is crazy.
That's a good trivia question, so you guys can use that trivia question whenever you want.
That's a good one.
Just make sure you say it came from me.
I'm sure Skippy wouldn't know how to answer that.
No, you know what? That's a great trivia question to ask Skippy.
Exactly.
Somebody should write on Skippy's wall, hey, Andrew, I want you to go over to Twitter and ask the question of Skippy. Hey, Skippy, can you name the 6 pairs of brothers that played for the San Diego Padres over the Padres? Yeah, or just name the 6 pairs of brothers that played for the Padres? If you want the answer, go to SportsWorldRadio.com and you'll get the answer. Dumbass.
And on that note, we got to go to our first update of the day.
Already?
Ready to go.
This update is brought to you by the Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your Flipper today. Never, ever touch the toilet seat ever again. Use the Flipper to lift it and lower it. It's called the Flipper, and it's at flipperflipper.com. Get yours today at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
Okay, Jeff, thank you very much. 45 minutes after the hour on this Monday, April 6, 2015. And the NHL, Hurricanes at the Sabres, Blue Jackets at the Rangers. That game is on the NHL Network, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. The Winnipeg Jets at the Minnesota Wild, Kings at the Canucks, and Stars taking on the Sharks. In NBA, we got a lot of action to get to tonight. Actually, one game for tonight, and that'll be the Trailblazers taking on the Nets tonight. That's the only game they have, because in the NCAA tournament, it's the national championship, and there's 2 teams left. It will be number 1 Duke taking on number 1 Wisconsin. One team is going to walk out tonight, winning the national championship, and the other team will be heading home and working on getting back to March Madness for 2016. So may the best team win, and good luck to both teams. In Major League Baseball, there was a lot of action since the season just officially started today. Let's get everybody caught up. In the American League right now, the Royals, the defending American League champions, playing like the defending American League champions. They lead the Chicago White Sox 9-1. The Mariners lead the Angels 4-1. It's the top half of the 9th inning in Seattle, Washington. The Pirates and the Reds right now, that game is tied at 2. Top of the 8th inning, the Padres playing the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. National League, it is a 3-3 game. Another game for National League. The Braves, they lead the Marlins 2-1. Here are the finals today for Major League Baseball. The Blue Jays decide to say, you know what? The Yankees can open up at home, but we're going to go in there and spoil their home opener. They did just that. They blow out the Yankees by a score of 6-1, despite the fact that Alex Rodriguez got a standing ovation from the huge Yankee Stadium crowd. The Tigers, they shut out the Twins by a score of 4-0. The Rockies, they just pound the Brewers 10-0. This is National League. Back to interleague play. The Boston Red Sox, who are heavy favorites this year to not only win the World Series, but to be dominant this year, they shut out the Phillies 8-0. Hanley Ramirez with 2 home runs. The Orioles, they prevail 6-2, the defending American League East champions. And the Mets, game just went final. The Mets win 3-1 against the Nationals. Other games tonight, it'll be the Indians at the Astros. That game's on ESPN, 4 p.m. Pacific, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And on ESPN2, Giants Diamondbacks. That's the National League. And the other game that we have is the Rangers taking on the Athletics. This update is brought to you by the Flipper at flipperflipper.com. When we come back from the update and the commercial break, it'll be the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour coming up soon, and plenty more sports talk with Jeff Eskow and Sean Mann.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Hey, NCAA, I got a bone to pick with you people. I'm going to pick it. I'm going to pick it good. What in the wild world of sports are you people showing the basketball game on 3 stinking channels? Okay? And not even 3 stinking, 3 paid channels. The game was not on CBS at all, which is where I thought it was going to be. Not on CBS at all. It was on 3 channels: TBS, TNT, and True TV. The same stinking game, the first game and the second game. The same games on 3 different channels. You know what they did? They had on TBS. They had Jim Nantz and Bill Rafferty and Grant doing the game. On TNT, they had either, say it was the Duke Michigan State game. Okay, they had Duke announcers on TNT, and over on True TV, they had Michigan State announcers. So you can either listen to the main guys, the Duke announcers, or the Michigan State announcers. And then when Kentucky and Wisconsin played, they did the same thing. The main guys, the Kentucky guys, or the Wisconsin. Stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I think it's a joke for college basketball. Why do we have to expand it? Look, you're down to the final 4 teams. You don't need to put it on 3 channels in general. I watched it on TBS.
Okay, not only that, Sean. Not only that. It was on TBS, TNT, and True TV, okay? Not CBS, not a free channel where people who don't have cable can't watch it. So putting it on TBS, TNT, and True TV, you just took out all the people who don't have freaking cable or satellite or anything. We just have regular TV. What does that make any sense, NCAA? Any sense at all?
Yeah, and what's the point? Just keep it on one channel. It doesn't make any sense at all. I think it's dumb, and it's a bad decision from day one to do that.
I bet you in tonight's game, in fact, I'm going to go and look right now. I bet you tonight's game, they're going to do the same thing.
I hope they don't. Seriously, for one game, they said it's on CBS tonight, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised that they could say, oh, let's put it on TBS, True TV, and on TNT.
Okay, the game is on CBS tonight. I'm looking at my thing where I have all my shows. The game is on CBS tonight. And that's it. Nothing else. Just CBS tonight. I don't get that. I don't get that one stinking bit. You put the Final Four, the two games on TNT, TBS, and True TV. Now you're putting the championship game on CBS? The hell's going on here?
Don't know.
I'm confused. Does that make any... You know what? I wonder how their ratings were. Because that confuses the crap out of me. I wonder how many people are going to go and look at TBS and TNT and True TV tonight for the game before they go to CBS.
Ratings will probably be bad. Just like they probably were bad on Saturday.
I don't get that, dude. I just don't freaking get that one bit. 3 channels. TBS was the main guys, TNT was one of the teams, and MeTV was the other team. True TV was the other team. That's ridiculous, man. I did the same thing you did. I watched it on TBS because I like listening to Jim Nantz and Bill Rafferty. I think Rafferty cracks me up during a game. You know what his sayings before they go to commercials? He cracks me up. Those other guys were boring as all hell.
Pretty much.
It's ridiculous. So with what you basically did, people, and NCAA, for all the people who do not have cable, do not have direct TV, do not have satellite TV, do not have just have regular TV, you just kind of put them to the side and they can't watch the game, huh? Over the weekend on Saturday? Because you had all 3 games on basically what I like to call pay TV, because it is. It's part of your cable package. If you don't have cable, you don't get it. Correct?
Correct.
It's kind of ridiculous. I find that ridiculous.
Josh goes, I don't think it really matters. It's a non-issue.
It's a non-issue. You're a non-issue. It's a big issue. It's a big freaking issue.
It is, Josh. Think about it. This is the Final Four. They should just have one channel to put it on. Now, with the other channels, I can agree with the round of 32, or when the tournament gets bigger and bigger, and then they start narrowing it down to the elite, to the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, the Final Four.
Okay, instead of using just the 3 of the channels, why didn't they just put the game on all 4 channels? Put it on CBS, TNT, TBS, and True TV. Sons of bitches.
This is a big issue. Think about the ratings, Josh.
This way everybody can watch it, okay? And no, not everybody and their mother has cable TV. I know people who don't even have cable TV.
Follow the updates on their phone.
Okay? So don't give me none of that hogwash. You're eliminating all the people who don't have cable. Basically, you're saying if you don't pay for the game, you're not going to watch it. That's what it comes down to. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. 3 channels for 1 game. Huh? Same thing, same view, different announcers. Huh? I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
We could talk with the NCAA and figure out what's up with this.
And you want to know something? I'm putting them on the candidate for Rat Bastard of the Week.
Josh goes, you care about ratings so much more than the actual games, and that's sad.
I don't care
I just care if the actual game is going on or not.
I'm not talking about the stupid ratings. I'm talking about why do they got to put the game on three freaking channels? And not
Especially
only
when
that,
it's the Final Four, Josh.
Not only that, I went to CBS first to look for the game. And I was like, what? No game? Where's these games at? Really?
Josh?
Oh, he's
I'm
talking about you.
Sean. What? Okay, Josh, and then he goes, then pick which announced team you like and watch the darn game.
I did. I picked TBS because the other people sucked. Okay? And I bet you if they do the ratings between just those 3 channels, mostly everybody watched the TBS version. Watch the big boys. I bet you. Because I know I did. Once I found out who was on that channel, that's what I was watching. Those other people stink. Why watch that crap? Listen to that. Why listen to that crap?
And why you spend the time.
Why subject myself to listen to that crap when I'd rather listen to Jim Nantz? And I did. You bet your sweet petunias I did. You know? It's the way it is, man. Why 3 channels? Why 3 channels? Put the game on TBS or put the game on CBS and leave it there. It's 2 games. You're going to get 2 games on CBS, leave it there.
Exactly.
Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. The Final Four has been on CBS. The Final Four, the 2 games, and then the final. Now they're just having the finals on? Come on. Stop it already. Stop being money-hungry sons of bitches, okay, and taking all the money and not giving any of it to the actual people who are playing the goddamn game. How about that?
We've reached the top of the hour. We have to run to a commercial break.
You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio, Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on Sports World Radio. Hey, Josh, let me tell you something, okay? Why 3 stinking channels? Why can't they put a... You know, I was a little pissed off because I'm watching that debacle of a freaking first game, okay, and they're using 3 channels to show a crappy-ass game. Why? Put the game on one stinking channel and let me watch a movie on TBS or on TNT or on True TV. Dumbasses. What are they going to put the game on 3 channels for? Put a movie on the other 2 channels and put the game on one stinking channel, rat bastards. That's why I'm so upset. Because I'm watching a crappy-ass game and I got to see it on 3 channels. At least they could have put a movie on the other channel, you know, a freaking, a good movie that I could have watched. You know, they were playing freaking, what the hell was the movie all weekend they were playing? The Expendables. Put that on. Expendables 1, Expendables 2. Put that crap on. You got to put the freaking game on the whole time. That's crap. Just crap.
Josh says, well, I guess I don't make issues out of something that I have no control over just for the sake of being upset. It's acting like a little kid.
Wah, 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 wah. That's right. They ruined my whole freaking Saturday. Ruined my whole freaking normal Saturday, the sons of bitches. Dodgers just took a freaking 3-run lead. Somebody for the Dodgers just hit a 3-run homer.
And the Royals are beating the White Sox, Josh. I know you're not happy about that.
Bottom of the 8th, freaking Dodgers just hit a 3-run homer. Son of a bitch. That stinks.
By Jimmy Rollins, right?
No. I don't know if it was Jimmy Rollins. It might have been.
Yeah, Jimmy Rollins in his first debut as a Dodger for the season hit a 3-run homer. Josh goes, I don't care about ratings. If the game is on, I'll watch it. And the commentary sucks, then I mute it, and I do my own commentary.
Well, see, that's the problem right there. Doing your own commentary. That's the problem right there. Well, I just don't get it. Well, they have those games on 3 channels. The most important game of the year, okay? The most important game of the year, they're only having on 1 channel, but they had those other games on 3. Does that make any sense? Huh?
Josh,
Dumbasses.
Does that make any sense? Let's hear it from you, buddy.
Dumbasses. Makes no sense at all. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. I'm just saying. Okay? It's just stupid, that's all. Just stupid. All right, Sean, where are we going next?
All right, what we're talking about right now, the national championship on CBS. We all know that. Again, we go back to the MLB. Let's see, other action that we had. The Baltimore Orioles, they rolled past the Tampa Bay Rays. Jeff, from what we found out from the American League East, you did say Baltimore had a chance to win the AL East again.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I believe so. Why don't you?
The O's are going to be a team everybody will be wondering about this year is can they keep up? They lost 2 big bats to their lineup. Nobody knows what's going to happen. And I believe, from what we found out when we had Frank on for Thursday, that Buck Showalter, his job will be on the line. If the O's don't get it done this year, I can see him being gone as manager of the Baltimore Orioles. So for the Orioles, the time is now to get it done. But we'll see. They did beat the Rays. They played well. Another team, Jeff, that you picked to win the National League East, that would be the New York Mets. They prevailed against Max Scherzer and beat them 3-1. So Scherzer got his first loss of the season.
I want to say something about the Nationals.
Go right ahead.
Okay. They look dynamite on paper, correct? They got 5 kick-ass starting pitchers, correct?
Correct.
Hey, do you play this game on paper?
No. You don't play the game on paper. You play it on the field.
Exactly. Just because you got 5 kick-ass starters don't mean you're going to win crap. And you want to know something? It was proven today. Scherzer, the $200 million man, didn't win his home opener, did he?
No, he didn't.
Exactly. I don't give a crap what people say. The Nationals are destined to win this whole thing. I don't give a crap. They ain't going. They ain't going to. I didn't pick them. That's the way I feel. They ain't going to. You know what? I'm going against the grain. Everybody and their mother is picking the Nationals to do this, the Nationals to do that, because they got these 5 starters. Hey, they look great on paper, but you don't play the damn game on paper. And guess what? They lost today. So there you go. I'm right again.
8 minutes after the hour. Let's see. We got others. Josh goes, it's the same thing when people say that, oh, this team is favored to win division or World Series. I don't care. Let that team prove it. See ya, Kathy. Enjoy your dinner.
She's out.
Josh, yeah, and you're right. It's opening day. It's the first game of the season. There's a long way to go. Am I happy that the Red Sox won? Yeah, it's 8-0, but you got to celebrate it and then put that one behind and move on to the next day, because then it's a new day, new beginning. So we'll see what happens. In other action for Major League Baseball, of course, a team that was favored, another team that's supposed to do well, Pittsburgh Pirates right now are losing to the Cincinnati Reds 5-2. And Wes, I don't see very much of you on lately, and now I think you're upset because the Pirates are losing.
Of course he's not here, man. He hasn't been here in a while.
He puts a Pirates thing on my wall, and he's thinking, this is the year. This is the year the Pirates win the World Series, and I'm going to prove you guys right and prove you wrong. You guys are going to be wrong, and I'm going to be right.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Never. Never.
Otherwise, Wes will do something, which is I'll blame it on umpiring.
Yeah, there you go. That's what he does. He blames it on umpiring. That's his thing right there. Blames it on the umpires, man. That's their thing.
Josh, that's the way you have to look at it in sports. You're going to have your good days and bad days. You got to realize you can be when you win, okay, it's great. But then you realize celebrate a little while and then put it behind you and start focusing for the next day. You lose, it was a bad day, forget about it, move on to the next day. You can't just let, Andrew pulled a West when it came to the Kentucky Wildcats. I agree.
I'm so happy they're not playing tonight.
And I would not even want to talk with Browning, Josh. Browning is very, very upset. He's in no mood.
Well, he'll get over it, Browning. Browning will get over it. You know what? His mood will change if Cleveland does anything in the playoffs, so don't worry about it. If Cleveland gets knocked out, his mood is going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. You know that as well as I do. Right?
Ooh, I was talking about the wrestling trio, the New Day. Oh, okay. Sorry, Josh. Sorry, man.
The New Day. Pfft, another joke and a half.
Can't wait to see what Skippy said.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Josh. With the game tonight and wrestling starting almost at the same time, about an hour, about almost a half hour later. Game. What are you watching? The game, or are you watching wrestling tonight? I bet you he's watching the wrestling. I can almost guarantee he's watching wrestling tonight. But he'll probably have the game on somewhere, if I know Josh. See, I don't have to worry about it. You know why? Because when the game ends, wrestling just starts for me. That's the best part about living on the West Coast, isn't it, Sean?
That's the best part about the West Coast, because when a game gets over,
we still got the rest of the night.
We got the rest of the night, the rest of the day, and then everybody on the East Coast and
Gotta
Central realize it's late and everybody has to go to bed.
Correct. That's what I like about live sports like that. Like this game tonight starts at what? 8:30 Eastern, right?
Starts at, I believe, 8:18 p.m. Actually, 9:18 p.m. Eastern, which would be 6:18. Yes, 6:18 p.m. Pacific.
6:18. So that's 6:18 tonight. So by the time the game ends, we're gonna be freaking still early here, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna be way early here. Way early here. So we still got the rest of the night. You sons of bitches, the game's going to be over like around 11, 12 o'clock. You guys got to go to bed and get up for the next day. Ha. It's only going to be like around 8, 9 o'clock for me and Sean. We still got the rest of the night. But Sean's a little wussy. He goes to bed early, so he'll be going to bed.
Little wussy? I'm the one who has to get up and got a big responsibility and obligation with college.
Well, what time you get up in the morning?
Let's see, Jeff. Probably about 6:30 or 7:30 in the morning.
6:30 in the morning for what?
To work on my college.
6:30 in the morning. Is it going anywhere?
No, but I'm trying to get everything done. Then I can reserve to have the evening to myself. The show, and then after that, I can have the evening to myself.
That's pretty funny. So 6:30 this morning, you woke up, huh? What time did you get up today?
I got up at 6:30 this morning.
You got up at 6:30 this morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's what time I went to bed. How about that? That's what time I went to bed, mister. 6:30 this morning. That's the time I went to bed.
And I would say you probably got up about 1 or 1:30 or 2.
No, some bastard knocked on my door at 10 o'clock this morning, 10:30 this morning, and woke me up.
No!
Yeah, some bastard banging on my door at 10:30 this morning woke me up.
He woke you up, wow.
Yeah, it wasn't a pretty sight when I got to the door neither. He didn't like my attitude when I got to the door.
He didn't like your
He turned her tail and ran quick after my attitude came to the door after waking me up. Because I opened up the door and I said, "Who the F is this? Who the F are you?" That's how I opened up the door. I didn't say hello. I said, "Who the F are you?" And all of a sudden they turned around and ran the other way.
Josh goes, if the World Series, NBA Finals, or Super Bowl was on, I would be watching wrestling.
See, I'm telling you, that's what he's going to be watching tonight. He could probably have 2 TVs on, one that he can hear the game, but he'll be watching wrestling. Or he'll put it on his computer or his iPad or his phone. He'll have the game on the phone, but he'll be watching wrestling.
And with Pacquiao and Mayweather, you know exactly that Josh is looking forward to that, just like you are.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun fight. I can't wait to see Pacquiao just beat his ass. Just beat his ass. Really good.
On that note, another commercial break.
You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion? Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone? It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday, right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Where we going, buddy?
Real quickly before I get to the next story, Josh says, what are you getting me for my birthday next month? That was quick.
There you
clap.
go, buddy. There you go, buddy. What did you get me? Hey, I'll tell you what. You answer this question, and I bet you it's the same answer that I'll have for you with the question you just asked me. What did you get Sean and I from WrestleMania?
Exactly, Josh. What did you get us for WrestleMania?
Exactly. There's your answer, Josh. Right,
All
Sean?
right, 18 minutes after the hour. The next story we get to, Jeff, the Cleveland Browns quarterback Johnny Manziel, who's undergoing voluntary rehab treatment, will have to prove to his teammates that he's dedicated to winning. Offensive tackle Joe Thomas said Monday, quote, I think he's going to have to prove to the team that football is important and being, quote, the man, being the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns is important. It is his goal, his single goal in his life. Thomas told ESPNCleveland.com.
Not going to happen.
With the Browns, they face a decision wondering, can this guy take the Browns to the top? Even though last year we saw a real bust in Johnny Manziel.
And the same thing's going to happen next year.
And Cleveland fans will be upset. Cleveland fans were disappointed that the Browns did not get to the playoffs, and they thought that the Super Bowl expectations were going to be good for them, that they were going to have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. It even shocked Skippy Bayless when Skippy Bayless came out and said in August that Cleveland and Dallas would meet in the Super Bowl.
Somebody who calls himself Mr. Know-It-All missed that one really big, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so much for Mr. Know-It-All there, huh? You don't know crap. You picked Cleveland and Dallas in the Super Bowl, you schmuck. You don't know crap.
He was probably just thinking that he wanted to probably see maybe a boosting of the ratings with Cleveland and Dallas.
You picked Cleveland and Dallas to be in the Super Bowl. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Bring it, bitch. I'm ready for you.
20 minutes after the hour, Manziel voluntarily entered treatment January 28th as a direct result of his lifestyle away from the field. And he informed people in his circle before entering treatment that he wants to, quote, figure out his value system, a source told ESPN.com.
Oh.
He wants to know if he can be the man that can lead the Browns to the top.
No, he can't. No, he can't.
Quote, I'm hoping when we come back in April, we see a new Johnny and everybody's blown away with his commitment, Thomas told ESPNCleveland.com. And quote, and I think he's got the talent. So it's just a matter of if he commits himself to it.
No, he can't. It's not going to happen. It's going to end up just like Tim Tebow. I've been calling it forever. Why stop now?
Joe Thomas says, quote, we can have a really good quarterback on our hands.
Ain't going to happen.
For the Cleveland Browns, especially with Jeff saying, if all you Browns fans thought that the Browns were going to be good with Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, then guess again.
Ain't going to be. Ain't going to happen. Not even close.
A team that almost landed Manziel in the NFL draft was, of course, the Dallas Cowboys.
I wish they did.
That thing fell through.
I wish they did. I really do. I wish they did and screw that whole thing up.
The reason Jerry Jones pointed out and said why he didn't want to have Johnny Manziel is because he found out that he felt that they had the future quarterback in Tony Romo.
Yeah, right. Sure, the guy still only won 2 playoff games since he's been there. Yeah, that's your future quarterback you got there. Guy's had one good season in 11 years. Dog it. Got your future quarterback in your hands. Yeah, okay, whatever. Schmuck. As long as Tony Romo's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, they will not win a Super Bowl.
Tony Romo, of course, will be 35 years old in the month. This month, April 21st, I believe it is. 35.
He's getting old. He's getting old. He takes a good couple of hits in that back. Good night, Tony. What's going to happen, my friends? I'm just saying.
So the Browns believe they've got a bright future, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, bright future, my ass.
The only way
his
the
future's
Browns
so bright, he's got to wear shades. Get the hell out of here.
What happens first? Tim Tebow returns to the NFL or Tony Romo wins a Super Bowl? That's what Josh says to you, Jeff.
Neither one of those events actually happened. How about that, Josh?
Hey, Josh, Tim Tebow on the Bears. What would you think?
Yeah, he would love that.
Oh, Josh and Frank seeing Tim Tebow on the Bears.
That's all Chicago needs now with a crappy-ass stadium like Wrigley Field is now, and the way the freaking
Bears
and the way the White Sox got trampled today by the Royals. That's all they need now is that. That's all they need now is to have freaking Tim Tebow go to the Bears. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be a blow to Bears fans.
Yeah,
I know
right.
Bears fans would be like, "Oh no, not Tim Tebow."
The only thing that Chicago's happy about is that Derrick Rose returned.
Rough day for Chicago sports, no question about it. And speaking of Chicago, since we actually are talking about them, Jeff, since you brought them up, Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. Even though baseball started last night, I didn't get into it. I should have gotten into it before. But in this game, John Lester for the Chicago Cubs made his debut. Did not turn out pretty for the Cubs yesterday. They got shut out by their rivals, the St. Louis Cardinals, 3-0. That's a problem for the Cubs.
Oops.
Josh goes, "Look, Jeff, Tim Tebow will be a backup for the Cowboys."
Really? I like to see that because I like to see Tony get hurt, Tim Tebow come in, and him get hurt, and then where do they go? Tim Tebow back up for the Cowboys. Hey, Josh, Tim Tebow can't even back you up, dude. Okay, Josh? You're the ass-kicking producer program director. He can't even back you up. Okay, buddy?
Tim Tebow to the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones would probably think and believe, I made the best trade ever. I even got the deal for Adrian Peterson. And then what would Smokin' Ronnie say about that?
How about this, you Cowboy fans? Why don't you have Tim Tebow and Johnny Manziel on that team? Here's a great threesome for your quarterback. Tony Romo, Tim Tebow, and Johnny Manziel. There's your three quarterbacks you can have. You know what's going to happen? No playoffs, no playoffs, no playoffs, no playoffs, no playoffs, no playoffs, because all three of those quarterbacks suck. How about that? Got the Blackhawks. Look at them. We got the Blackhawks. Woohoo! The Blackhawks. When was the last time? Blackhawks won it last year, right?
Won it in 2013. Big deal, Josh. It was 2013. What did they do last year? Yeah, I rest my case.
Hey, Josh, you know what? I'm with you. I want to see the Blackhawks win it, just to piss Sean off.
It's not going to happen. The Blackhawks are not good enough to even have a chance to win the Cup.
I'm with you on this one, Josh, because I know it's going to piss him off. I'm with you. Let's go Blackhawks. I'm rooting for the Blackhawks, buddy.
Okay, yeah. This is just a way to hit me and get back at me since the Patriots won the Super Bowl. Okay, I understand how that goes.
You like that? It's 2-1 now. We're ganging up on you.
Go ahead. Bring it on. We'll see what ends up happening. Let's just see what happens when the Blackhawks get knocked out in a playoff round, and then I don't hear a peep from Josh or from Jeff. It'll be funny.
Boston and Pittsburgh are getting knocked out of the playoffs, and the only team that's going to be left is Chicago.
No. The Bruins have a chance to make the playoffs.
Laura would like that. See, Laura's with us, too. We're rooting for Chicago.
Poor itty-bitty Blackhawks. They'll just get knocked out because they had no business winning it in 2013 anyway.
Itty-bitty Blackhawks?
Itty-bitty Blackhawks. Yeah, that's right.
Itty-bitty Blackhawks?
Just see how well they do against Anaheim or St. Louis, some of the top teams in the Western Conference.
You know what? Because the Blackhawks are in what? The West or the East?
They're in the Western Conference.
They're in the West.
Blackhawks.
So they could play Boston in the finals, right?
That's right.
I hope they do and kick your ass.
They did it once back in 2013, and
That's right.
Remind me about it.
I want them to do it
after that series.
You know what, Josh? I want to see it again. The Blackhawks against the Bruins with the Blackhawks winning again. How would you like that, Mr. Shoney?
That's not going to happen.
Why not?
Because I can tell you one thing. The team that even is the 8th seed, which probably would be the Bruins, if I rest my case, the 8th seeds are pretty tough in the NHL playoffs. Does the Los Angeles Kings ring a bell? I rest my case.
The Bruins are going into the playoffs as an 8th seed this year?
It would appear so. They're with
terrible.
95 points. They're in a battle with Pittsburgh for the 2 wild card spots. They got 3 games left.
So either Pittsburgh or Boston's not going to make the playoffs? Or they're both going to make the playoffs?
Probably both. And you know what? Wes would not like to see Pittsburgh not even make the playoffs. He would be upset about that. I'm sure, Jeff, you would like to see a monumental collapse by the Pittsburgh Penguins.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Boston Bruins get knocked out of the playoffs. How about that?
So don't talk to me. I'll be angry. I won't even want to talk to anybody.
I could kill 2 birds in 1 stone that way. Knock off Wes and you. We won't have to talk hockey for the rest of the playoffs. That'll be great.
Then I have to put all my Bruins stuff away, and I won't even want to be. Then I'll be like, don't talk to me.
I know. That'll be great. And then when you go to Boston, the Red Sox are going to go on a 20-game losing streak.
I don't think so. After what I saw today, I like what I see from the Red Sox. Keep thinking about that,
You're
Jeff.
going to knock them right out.
Keep dreaming.
That's right. So how about that, Josh? We knock out the freaking. We get the Boston Bruins and the Pittsburgh Penguins knocked out of the playoffs, and Chicago Blackhawks win the whole thing. That's what we're going for this year, boys and girls. Hey, let's run to our final update of the day. This update is brought to you by the Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your Flipper today. Hey, girls, are you tired of going into your bathroom and seeing your sons leave the toilet seat up, and then you got to go over there and grab it and put it down? Well, never again touch your toilet seat ever again with the Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and never touch your toilet seat ever again to flip it up or flip it down. It's called the Flipper, and it's at flipperflipper.com. Get yours today at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the final update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. Welcome, everybody, to the last update on the 6th of April, 2015, Monday. In the NBA, 1 game in progress, 1 minute and 44 seconds left. The Trailblazers lead the Brooklyn Nets by a score of 25-17. We all know that Portland is going to the playoffs, but Brooklyn, they're in a battle with a couple teams. The Celtics, the Heat, the Pacers, a couple of teams for that 7th spot in the Eastern Conference. A week from this Wednesday is the end of the NBA season. With 9 days left, it should be very, very interesting. In the NHL, here are the games that we have right now. The Sabres, they lead the Hurricanes 1-0. The Rangers playing the Blue Jackets. That game is on the NHL Network. Right now, the Rangers lead 1-0. The Jets at the Wild, Kings at the Canucks, and lastly, the Stars are taking on the Sharks. In the NCAA Tournament, tonight is the National Championship. 9:18 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 6:18 p.m. Pacific Time. It'll be number 1 Duke, led by Mike Krzyzewski, who has been with the Duke Blue Devils since 1980, taking on Wisconsin, number 1 seed, who upset and knocked out the heavily favored Kentucky Wildcats on Saturday night. In MLB, Major League Baseball, it's back. That's right. The MLB season is in full swing. Here's what we got right now. For the finals today for Major League Baseball, here we go. The Blue Jays, they prevail against the Yankees 6-1. Tanaka got shelled, had an ERA of 9, just had a horrible game. The Twins, they get shut out 4-0 against the Detroit Tigers. David Price got the win for Detroit. In the National League, the Rockies, they just have an easy game against the Brewers, 10-0. The Red Sox play interleague play. They do the same thing. Had no problem against the Phillies. Clay Buchholz defeats Cole Hamels 8-0. Red Sox winning that game. The Orioles over the Rays by a score of 6-2. The Mets, National League, they defeat the Nationals by a score of 3-1. The Royals, the defending American League champions, trying to return to the World Series again this year? Possibly. They blow out the Chicago White Sox by a score of 10-1. The Mariners, they prevail 4-1 against the Angels. The Reds in the National League, they beat the Pirates by a score of 5-2. The Dodgers, Jimmy Rollins hit a 3-run shot to give them the lead against the Padres. 6-3, the Dodgers win. the Braves and the Marlins. This game goes to the Braves by a score of 2-1. MLB, the Giants taking on the Diamondbacks. That game should be on right now. That's on ESPN2. And lastly, it'll be the Texas Rangers taking on the Oakland Athletics. That's the final update for Sports World Radio. This update brought to you by The Flipper at flipperflipper.com. We're going to run to commercial break. When we come back, the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk anywhere on the internet. I guarantee it. Right, Sean?
That is correct.
Okay, where we going next there, Boston Bruin fan?
All right. The next thing we've got is the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Great. Bring the schmuck on.
All right. Skippy Bayless said that my Boston Red Sox will win the World Series.
All of a sudden, they're his Boston Red Sox, right?
You know, Skippy, you've never been a Red Sox fan. Do you know the history of the Red Sox? I do. You don't. So shut your yap. Skippy Bayless said that my Dallas Cowboys are going to own the NFL draft,
That ain't
Jeff.
going to happen. I think, they better draft the quarterback because the one they got sucks. Okay? Oh, but he had a good year. Okay, he's been in the league how long, and he had one good year? Yeah, he's a good quarterback you got there. He sucks.
He probably would say, this is what he would probably say. He probably would say, yeah, but he's won 2 playoff games, and the Cowboys went 12-4 in 2014.
Okay, he's had one. Like I just said, schmuck, you don't listen. You hear, but you don't listen. You're like my father. You hear, but you don't listen. I said he's been with them for 11 years, and he's won 2 playoff games. He had one good year with them, and you're calling him a great quarterback? You're just as stupid as Jerry Jones. There, I wound it all together for you, you dumbass.
Get ready for this one. Skippy Bayless, get ready for this, Laura, said that Charles Barkley deserves an Emmy for superior sports broadcasting.
Hey, have you ever seen any of Charles Barkley's commercials with Spike Lee and what's his face?
Oh, let's see. Let's see.
You ever
Spike Lee.
No, you ever see the commercials with Charles Barkley, Spike Lee, and Samuel L. Jackson where they're driving in the car? Those commercials prove just how stupid Charles Barkley really is. Pay attention to those commercials. Charles Barkley is driving to Indianapolis, and he drives them to the Indianapolis. What are you, a schmuck?
Skippy probably believes and thinks that he should get an Emmy. Look how well he did with broadcasting
Emmy?
for the NCAA tournament.
Listen, he's a hypocrite. Okay? Charles Barkley is a hypocrite, and you shouldn't like him for what he said. He said one thing and turned around and did totally the opposite. And I talked about this all week last week. He said one thing and then did totally the opposite of what he said nobody should be doing, but he did it. He's a hypocrite. I don't like him. He's a hypocrite. You like hypocrites, huh, Skippy?
Skippy Bayless said that my San Diego Padres will miss the playoffs.
They're not your San Diego Padres, especially after the statement that you said that San Diego is not a good baseball town. They don't become your San Diego Padres. They never will be your San Diego Padres because you made that statement. So shove it up your ass.
All right, and then Skippy Bayless said that my New England Patriots will repeat.
That's your team, dude.
Skippy, you've never been a Patriot fan. You've always had that passion and enjoyment for the Dallas Cowboys. Boy.
Yeah, all of a sudden they're his Patriots, but what about my Dallas Cowboys, you keep saying? Huh?
And how you say that they're going to own the draft and that the Cowboys have their future quarterback.
Yeah, and then you turn around and say my Patriots are going to win again. So what you just said about the Cowboys don't mean crap because you're saying this. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You can't have it both ways. You're pure, stupid idiot. You talk out of both sides of your mouth, and I can't believe ESPN allows you to do it.
Skippy Bayless said that Pablo Sandoval looked impressive today.
Yeah, looked impressive today. What do you have, 5 strikeouts? It's pretty impressive.
He may have been 0 for 5, but it's not a
That's
big
pretty impressive.
deal. It's a long season.
No. I'm not saying that, Sean. I'm saying Skippy said that Pablo Sandoval looked impressive. If his interpretation of impressive means striking out 5 times, then I guess so. Stupid ass. Yeah, he looked so impressive he struck out 5 times. Stupid ass. That statement makes no sense. Pablo Sandoval looked impressive today? He struck out 5 times. How impressive is that? Dumbass.
Skippy Bayless said that Brock Lesnar is the greatest wrestler of all time.
Okay, Skippy. Number 1, Brock Lesnar is not a wrestler. He has 4 moves, and that's it. That's not a wrestler. Okay, he has 4 moves, and he does them over and over and over and over again. Those are the only 4 moves you ever see him do. That's not a wrestler. He's a bully. That's what he is. He's a mercenary. A mercenary for hire, basically, is what Brock Lesnar is. And you don't know anything about wrestling, so stop talking about it.
Skippy Bayless said that there should be no primetime games in Chicago ever again.
I didn't even watch the game last night. So that means the Chicago Bulls should never play in primetime, the White Sox, the Bears, the Blackhawks, the Cubs. No team should play in primetime ever again. See how stupid that sounds when you put it like that, Skippy? You freaking moron.
Skippy Bayless said that Wrigley Field is a dump.
It is right now. It is right now. It is right now.
Absolutely.
But in 5-6 years from now, it'll hopefully be better, but it is right now. I can't disagree with that statement at all, from all the articles I read today about it.
Skippy Bayless said that it doesn't matter if it's weirdo, animals, or etc. The Cubs will never win a World Series. Ooh, Frank would be
I would love
really
to,
on you.
You know what? I really would love to see the Cubs make him eat his words. How awesome would it be if you have the Cubs and the Padres going to see which one gets into the World Series? Just to piss Skippy off. The Cubs and the Padres. facing each other to see who makes it to the World Series to represent the National League. How awesome would that be? That would piss him off something severe, wouldn't it? Because he's already said that San Diego's not a baseball town, and he just said that the Cubbies aren't going to do nothing, right? How awesome would that be?
That would be hysterical, because then he could prove it and he could show it and realize that you could eat your words and stuff. But the Cubs are a team that's got too many holes. They're not very good, and they're not going to win it all.
Hey, listen, you don't know that. They could shock you. They could be like the Oakland A's. Let me ask you a question. When the Oakland A's were doing their thing, how many players on that team did you know?
From 1989, when they won the Fall Classic against the Giants?
When they were doing their Moneyball thing and they made that big run and all that. How many players did you know on that team? Not many, right?
Not many, no.
Exactly. So it could happen to the Cubs. You don't know that. See, that's the one thing. Oh, it's never going to. You don't know. You have what do you got, a crystal ball in your freaking pocket? You don't know. I don't know. Skip don't know. So, and when you say stupid things like that, and when you say things like that and then teams prove you wrong, you look like an idiot.
Skippy Bayless said, hey, Jeff, that Kentucky got screwed.
No, they didn't. They got beat. Listen to what John Calipari said in his press conference. We didn't play the end of the game, and they did.
He's probably thinking that they got screwed as a result of bad officiating. He rips the officials, Skippy does.
Hey, Skippy, if the call was with your team, you wouldn't have said anything, right?
Right.
Exactly. So your team got screwed, you're upset. It's the way the cookie crumples, dude. It's the way the ball bounces. Stop being a whiner like Wes, will you? Stop blaming everybody else that your team lost but your team. How about that?
When you debate Skippy, is that one of the things you'll talk with him about and say, quit your complaining? You always complain about every single thing, Skippy.
Yeah, number one, they're not your team. I don't see you owning it. Number two, I don't see you playing, so quit your bitching.
On that note, 45 minutes after the hour, the final commercial break of the day.
You're listening to Jeff Escow and Shaw Man on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us. And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. I want to remind everybody, don't forget to head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com/Sport Shorts and become a member of SWR Sport Shorts and hear what Sean and I talk about during the commercial breaks. We talk about stuff that don't even make the show. We're doing a show within the show during the commercial breaks. So you got to get on over to and become a member of Sport Shorts. So head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com/Sport Shorts and sign up today. It's only $5 a month. You get every single commercial break, Sean and I talking. And when we have guests on, they're on as well. SportsWorldRadio.com/Sport Short. This is going to be the last segment, kids. We're getting out of here just a little bit early today. I can barely hold my neck up anymore. I got a really bad kink in it for some strange reason. We're going to finish up with Skippy and get the flock out of here. What do you got for me now? Finish up with that rat bastard, will you?
Skippy Bayless said that there should be a Comedy Central roast of Stephen A. Smith.
There should be. He's absolutely correct. And if they ever do one, a comedy roast on Skip Bayless, I want to be there. I want my shot at that son of a bitch.
Skippy Bayless said that he's a better cook than his own brother.
Oh. I wonder if his brother heard that remark. His brother's a professional cook, you jackass. What do you probably know how to, you probably cook a mean top ramen, Skip, because that's what Skip looks like to me, a guy that just throws top ramen in his microwave to eat because he doesn't know how to cook. Hey, listen, Skip, I'll do a sports debate while cooking. And I'll kick your ass in cooking and in the sports debate. How about that?
Skippy Bayless said that he's better than Jim Ross.
Jim who?
Jim Ross.
Jim Ross or Jim Rome?
It says Jim Ross from what Josh sent me.
That's probably meaning Jim Rome, but I don't know who Jim Ross is. It's probably Jim Rome.
Yeah, then better than Jim Rome.
Yeah, I thought so. Listen, I don't like Jim Rome. I'm not a Jim Rome guy. Not at all. I can't stand him. Not at all. So that statement means absolutely nothing to me because they're both morons, as far as I'm concerned.
Skippy Bayless said that Mutombo is not a Hall of Famer.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He most certainly is. He changed the game. He changed the game back in his day. He most certainly is. You know who's not a Hall of Famer, Skip? You. You should never be put in the Sports Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Never. Because you don't deserve it.
If that happens, I know how you are about ifs. If that happens, you will be fed up.
I will be disgusted with. I will protest that Hall of Fame if it ever happens.
Skippy Bayless said the Charles Barkley pregame show should be on every network.
Why? You like? I guess you like hypocrites, don't you, Skip?
He has a thing for Charles Barkley.
Well, and he has a thing for hypocrites because he likes Jerry Jones too. So he has, those are his two favorite people. And how wacky is it that both of them are hypocrites? Jerry Jones didn't want to pay DeMarco Murray more than $5 million, but he's going to give Adrian Peterson $13 million. Charles Barkley said something about the anti-gay stuff going on there in the state of Indiana and said that they shouldn't have the NCAA there or anything, Super Bowl or anything, but he's there working it. Hypocrite, both of them. So you really, I guess you'd like to be friends with hypocrites, don't you? Because you know what happens when you're friends with hypocrites? Guess what? You turn into a hypocrite yourself.
Skippy Bayless said that Tim Tebow will have a better career than Andy Dalton.
Tim Tebow's not even in the NFL, you jackass. Okay? Andy Dalton's...
what was it, 11 the last time he played?
I hate to tell you something, Skip. Andy Dalton's been in the league longer than Tim Tebow has been. Okay? Started more games than Tim Tebow. Has more experience than Tim Tebow. And, you schmuck, Tim Tebow's not even in the fucking league, you moron.
He probably would say this, too, and probably hit you with this. He goes, yeah, but can Andy Dalton even win a playoff
Doesn't
game?
matter.
The guy hasn't even won.
It doesn't matter. Tim Tebow is not even playing in the NFL, so that statement is a schmuck statement. That's a moronic statement. That just proves how much of a stupid moron you really are with that statement. He's not even playing in the NFL.
And the
Jackass.
last Skippy quote, Skippy Bayless said that Tony Romo is going to win the MVP for 2015.
No, he's not gonna. He's not even gonna. You know what, Skip? I bet you dollars to donuts Tony Romo doesn't play every game this year. How about that, Skip? Not going to happen because there's too many quarterbacks in the league that are better than Tony Romo. And I'll name 3 of them right off the top of my mouth. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning. Done. As long as those 3 guys are in the league, you will not win one. And I didn't even get to the second-tier players, which, you know something, Tony? You're not even one of those either. I can add 2 more names to that list. Ben Roethlisberger and Phillip Rivers. And then 1 more after that. Drew Brees. You're way behind those guys.
And on that note, that is the end of the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. We'll be back with more Skippy quotes tomorrow.
And on that note, we're getting the flock out of here. I want to thank everybody for listening to us today. We had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. We will see you tomorrow for another edition of Sports World Radio. Until then, my friends, remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Later, and have a great evening and enjoy the national championship game.
Yep.
Talk too much about it.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, didn't we? So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over.